Okay, y'all. Welcome to Thin Lizzy Thursday. I have recorded this same reaction so many times, and I keep running into technical issues, and I'm really hoping that this is the final time that I record this video. So, what happened on with this video? So first, I was recording on my older computer, which has the setup for Thin Lizzy Thursdays. I have a new, faster computer, but there's not much room on it. So I was avoiding doing videos on the newer computer, even though it has less of issues with lag, because the webcam isn't as good, and also there's less space. So I was recording on the other computer, and it ended up lagging really slowly. Had to restart the reaction like 2 or 3 times because it lagged so bad. Got through the entire reaction, recorded next week's reaction, that got corrupted. Started doing it on the new computer with the setup, realized I didn't have all the files I needed for the ranking and displaying that, stopped the reaction, redid it, started again, recorded the entire thing, and then listened back to the audio, and OBS has this weird thing where they'll set 2 microphones up at the same time, and so you'll get this weird echo effect throughout the entire video, which made it basically unlistenable. So that was another entire reaction gone. So basically hours and hours has been spent on this reaction to Having a Good Time by Thin Lizzy. But I just tested the audio before this, which I should have done the last time, but I was like, I know how to do OBS, it's fine. But then I forgot about that weird quirk because I don't really use it on this computer. Because I did the version update, I just want this to run smoothly. So anyway, I don't know, 12th time is the charm of recording the reaction to Thin Lizzy Having a Good Time as voted by the audience. Alright, I've gone through a journey reacting to the song multiple times. So the first, complete reaction I did of it, I was actually I was pretty favorable towards it, where musically I thought it was super strong, I thought Phil's performance was great, the enthusiasm was great. I commented on, even though the band was, at kind of a low point with, drugs and stuff, they still came off as, light and fun in this piece, and sincere, which was cool, but I felt that some of the lyrics were lazy. The last reaction I recorded just a couple minutes ago, I actually thought that some of the lazy lyrics weren't that bad, but I did think that the lyrics were a bit lazy during the band introduction section, which was really fun, but I thought that Phil didn't really come up with a clever way to introduce the band members, and he was just kind of rambling with words that rhymed, which is fine, I guess, but given how good of a lyricist he is, he could have come up with something better to say than, that was Snowy White, and he lights it in the night. He lights it in the night, sorry. The next to play, I must say, is Scott Gorham and Away. Phil Lynott can do better than that. But I commented on how I liked the solos from the band members. I liked Phil shouting out Brian Downey and the enthusiasm he did it, and I talked about how I liked the acoustic guitars mixed with the electric guitars, and I liked that the character Jack appears in multiple Thin Lizzy songs, Toughest Street in Town, and a couple songs on Chinatown. So that was all the commentary I had on the song in previous reactions. So the rest is going to be what I notice this time around. That is everything that I commented on the song in the previous reactions, so you got all of that here. I've been talking so much, I'm going to turn on my air purifier, grab a cough drop, and let's enjoy some Thin Lizzy, boys and girls, and see what I notice on this listen of a song that I am generally a fan of.
Out of line, everybody likes to get a little crazy in their own particular way. political, practical, but it's improbable that you do anything. But me and my buddies, we like to go crazy. We like to go over the hill. Hey woman, will you be there? 'Cause my buddies and I will.
Alright, so this time I'm honing in on the bass work, which I'm really enjoying on this song. Loving the bass line. And also, I do love there's some great harmony guitar sections later in this. So, yeah, having fun with it.
Having a good time. Have some of my life. We'll be having a good time. It's a rock and roll past.
Yeah, I love that bass tone.
Snowy white, and he likes it in the night. The next to play, I must say, there's a shotgun and a room.
Yeah, love the harmonies there. So luckily I am one of those people who doesn't mind listening to songs on repeat. I'm the kind of person who will listen to I Do Anything for Love, but I won't do that like 12 times in a row and not be sick of it. I'm talking about the 12-minute version. So that's great for like workout sessions and road trips. I am the kind of person who gets frustrated like doing the same like task over and over again, like having to you work on like an assignment for school, and then you're actually, you guys probably can't relate to this, but like you're typing up something, and then you realize that oh no, your laptop charger isn't plugged in, and then your computer shuts down and you lose the file you were working on. So it's interesting how many times I've had to redo this video. But I mean, luckily it's for a song that I do have like a decent amount of enthusiasm for. So hopefully it's enjoyable on your end.
One more time, hit me with that drum, Brian. Hit me as hard as you can. Oh yes, that's the way I like it. Do it again, let's do it again.
Phenomenal there. That is peak Phil Lynott, and the fact that it is peak Phil Lynott choosing to use his peak Phil Lynott powers to shout out the greatness of Brian Downey. Mwah, chef's kiss.
Having a good time. Oh yes, I like this. Having a good time, typical, topical, who cares? Having a good time, political, practical, impossible. Having a good time.
And I'm gonna point out some lyrics in this one. I don't need to go over the lyrics for this whole song, I don't think. But there's a line earlier in the song, it might be typical, topical, or maybe tropical. That doesn't mean anything. So first time I went through the song, I thought, yeah, that is a dumb lyric. It doesn't mean anything. But basically saying, you could be having, a normal party or you could be like in someplace exotic like the tropics, but that doesn't mean anything as long as you're partying, bro. But then, if you're political practical, then it's improbable that you do anything. So basically, like, if you're too concerned about politics and practicality, you're not going to have fun at the party. So you need to loosen up, bro. So those lyrics, more clever than I initially gave them credit for.
Don't ask me why, Jack. Having a good time. Having a good time. A wild time. Having a good time. Slipping on the inside. Having a good time. That's right. Having a good time. Drinking bullshit? Nah, that doesn't rhyme. Having a good time. Just talking from the top of my head to the bottom of your soul.
Alright, so there you go. That is Having a Good Time by Thin Lizzy. See what they're recommending for me. What's that? A song for While I'm Away. Why is that being recommended? Oh man, whatever could that be? Okay, so as far, oh man, the lighting with the new camera. We're just gonna have to deal. Okay, so ranking. This ended up in A rank, is where I put it in the last couple videos that I did. And I almost put in B rank, but I just, because of the lyrics, which I'm glad I didn't, because I think the lyrics are better than I gave them credit for. I think that is a weak section when introducing the band. I think Phil could have come up with something more clever. But, you know, I do love, you know, it's kind of like a lost art of just, like, riding a fun vamp and introducing the band members. You know, a lot of like 70s and 80s bands did that. You know, I love Styx does it so well. Love that at a Styx concert. But you know, as you know, you can only introduce your laptop in so many clever ways nowadays. But that is the song. You know, big fan of it. One of my favorites off Chinatown. I do think there's like I said, I had some weaknesses with it in terms of lyrics, but honestly, I was being kind of harsh on it. And so in the last couple videos, I gave a bonus at the end, a song that my band did on the first album called Having Fun. And because I want to give you the authentic experience, I'm still going to play the song. This was a song I wrote before having heard the song you just listened to, so this wasn't me trying to ape something off Chinatown, but I do find it interesting how they're similar in a number of ways. You know, both are about, like, the boys going out, having fun with the boys. You know, both of them are, like, upbeat party songs. You know, both have having in the title. Kind of a similar tempo to them. My song, the way I wrote this, was like trying to do like a Kiss T-Rex kind of thing, where Kiss and T-Rex would have their songs with like, we're trying to sound like the 50s, but we're 70s glam. And I was trying to write one of those. Like, not trying to write a 50s song, but specifically trying to write a 70s glam song, trying to be a 50s song. And then, in terms of like what we have going on in the song for you to listen to, there's multiple references to there's references to the Beatles, references to the Rolling Stones, references to the Doors in the lyrics. And there is a section that normally we have a, you know what? I'll just go into the song. We'll just give you a little taste.
With my boys, gonna make some trouble, gonna make some noise, Gonna have a party, gonna have a ball. The world belongs to us, we're gonna take it all. Working all day can be such a drag, but now is the night time, we're gonna have a blast. All of us have problems and all of us have dreams, but we ain't gonna worry, we're wild, young and free. Twisting at the concert, shouting at the show. We never wanna leave and we never wanna go. It's a perfect moment, it's a perfect time. I'm feeling good and I'm feeling fine.
So I do, revisiting the song, I like how working class anxiety, like, is always in the back of my mind, no matter what. Just coming from, like, a blue collar, like, town like Cleveland, and just how that's always, like, there. We're just like, you've got your dreams and you've got your concerns, but tonight we're gonna party, but also that's still, like, creeping in the corner, and probably because I don't drink, I'm never able to fully let that go.
We're having fun tonight. We're having fun tonight. We're having fun tonight. We're having fun. So many cute girls dancing on the floor. We could dance all night, but you know we wanted more. Take a little moment to look into her eyes. Maybe fall in love. Moonlight Drive. Hey, pretty girl, I wanna hold your hand. I wanna be your lover, I wanna be your man. Come on, baby, come and take a chance. Let me show you the meaning of romance. I got my best friends with me, hanging by my side, telling old stories, remembering old times, laughing about all the things we used to do. And we can make some memories just for me and you.
That middle section of the second verse, where the vocal gets doubled, live we usually have a different singer sing that section to make it more musically interesting. So Steve, the bassist, usually sings that section. Before Steve, my guitarist Chris Lambrick would sing that section. It's fun. It gives it a different dynamic, and lyrically. I commented on this in the first reaction that got up to this point, but not the last one. It's interesting, a trend I've noticed when you're going out with friends, you're often, like, telling stories and talking about, remember this time that we did that? It was crazy. And it's interesting how, like, you're in your early 20s and you're telling a story about when you were a teenager. And you're thinking about, how you have nostalgia for that. But ironically, when you're in your early 20s, or maybe just me, I was having awareness of, like, how I would have nostalgia for this moment as I'm having nostalgia for another moment. So I'm able to, like, think in the future how I will have nostalgia for this while I'm having nostalgia for the past. So, like, nostalgia-ception. I'm probably just way too thoughtful to go out and party, which is why I hang out at home with my cats now.
We're having fun tonight. We're having fun tonight. We're having fun tonight. We're having fun.
And as far as the vocals on this track, I don't think it's necessarily the best vocal in this style I've done, but I do enjoy this vocal approach more than the vocal approach I did on Stop, which is a more aggressive, growly vocal. That I sort of have two modes. I have sort of like the nasally glam style, or like the growly vocal. And the growly vocal works well on certain songs, but I think in general I like this style of my vocals better. My bandmates disagree, my wife disagrees, but also, like, they're not really into glam. Which is, kind of like the genre that it is. And so it's a very glammy vocal, that, like, nasally, Pretty Boy Floyd, Mark Bolan kind of thing, which, like, isn't for everyone. But, like, I think it's a better style for my voice. And not to say that, like, the more aggressive vocal, like, doesn't sound good on a couple songs, but in general, I like this vocal approach better. But really, my vocals are best when they sound like this. That was a joke because there was nothing. and ending with the 60s inspired retard at the end. So there you go. That is that song. Hopefully you liked it. If you didn't, I mean, whatever. I don't blame you. I think it's fun. I like it. Yeah, so that is the video. Thank you so much for watching. And hopefully the recording worked this time. Fingers crossed. Alright, that's the video. Bye, everyone. I'll see you in the comments. Please work, please work, please work, please work.